So I have to talk to, this is going to sound controversial. I'm an American. American means freedom and equality, and we believe in a democracy, which means we vote and we come to an agreement this is the best interest for the country. But despite that, I'd like to talk with Latino women who are very attractive or aesthetic, who may be going through the same problems as myself. Sometimes you may be told you're too pretty. Sometimes you may be told, that you have to say yes or whatever it is. Just long story short, I would like everyone requesting if you could just trust me, and can you guys become sheep with Latino women that are aesthetic or beautiful or have similar issues like Isaiah? Can you please, like the diverse, but like, can you please go off of the Latino woman? Like, be a sheep to like when he says, Isaiah says like MIT, ask, is this like, what do you think about him going to this school? What do you think about him going to this division? What do you think about him taking his time and people being able to play football at the age of 30? What do you think of Isaiah, going and doing a Marine Corps, interview and seeing if he can get re-verified with music or something like that? Or what do you think about that? But concerning every song, ask someone who is Latino that you know, what do you think, right? And please become sheep to their narrative, and that's wisdom. I'm asking. So this is just an update for everyone who's interested. A lot of people want to know numbers. They're asking people to keep silent about numbers because everyone's number is not going to be the same. And a lot of people can become envious. I keep telling people I would have done everything that I'm about to do for absolutely free. It's like fitness. I achieved something, I drew something, I created it, I wrote the book, I published it, whatever. They can give you the ability to release it for free, therefore it doesn't make a difference. If you release it, it's out there. Not release it for money or release it for free. You can do both, you can do either, whatever it is. You can put it on SoundCloud and make a following, MySpace, Musically, whatever it is. So I'm in a reality where it's like Musically. Like, I truthfully put myself out there on DistroKid, and DistroKid's like Musically. Like, you can become famous off of it, and you see how those famous stars can become YouTubers. So DistroKid allowed me to get out there. So you do not need a license to be a Musically star. Just think of it like that, or a Vine star. So DistroKid is like that. So now that's out the way, I scaled my music business. So if you look at my life, kind of just breaking it down, if you knew me in Naples, Florida, if you could help, because this is going to spread. I'm asking for one more year, and that's it, and then I can take it from there. Like, I'm just kind of like narrating truths. There is a predestined outcome from me going to school with employment. Then there's a predestined outcome that happens from working at one job to the next job. And then there's a predestined outcome with a really good job opening up the door for the next job. So you can see that there's a progression. And then musically, you see that one really good song opens up the door for the next song. It's just the predestined truth of it. So I would like you to go, if you remember me at RPA Academy or Royal Palm Academy. When I was 9 years old, I played soccer. There was a predestined outcome, right, of me joining football, being in shape, or football, like soccer at Royal Palm. So if you share my timeline with high schoolers and middle schoolers, a predestined outcome will happen. Predestined is not words of strangers. Predestined means you have faith that the universe is going to reward or it's going to hurt me. So the predestined outcome you can see is this. So from I was 9 years old playing soccer at Royal Palm Academy, to 18, there are awards and there are, you can say, accolades or achievements. Then from when I was 18 to 27, there was a whole bunch of work that happened. Now that is called predestination. Now, if you look at everything on paper you could just go off of 9 to 18. If you affirm these things to the next generation, a predestined outcome will, right, should go viral. It'll persuade all the music, and it should impress them. Now, I would like you to keep saying this affirmation, and I don't think my university sees this to be true, but it is true. Walmart isn't necessarily deemed that as a cool, this is off topic, but like what the issue is, like some people, they don't think that having a homemade gym is cool, or having a home theater and a bunch of DVDs is cool. They just think going out, you joking around at the movie theater, whatever, blowing all your money. I'm in a reality where this is homemade, so it is right. Like Wittenberg is the truth. Like it's real. It's right. It may not be glamorous, right? But it is everything that you can ask for. I think it's I don't think I know, but for time's sake, if you don't want to agree with that, and you want to have your, no, we go off the TV of like what this person said on, so I'm giving you the calculator truth. Like when they talk about like Billboard and stuff, and it's kind of fabricated to kind of like make people look bigger because of time's sake. You can discredit that if you want to, if you will. But for the most part, you have Wittenberg being the richest class in the United States of America. So I'm like, Wittenberg is like, I'm like Mark Cuban. I'm like Mark Cuban. I'm in the same class as Mark Cuban, Pittsburgh. I'm in the same class as Taylor Swift, NYU. She went to NYU. I'm in the same class with Tyler, NYU. I'm in the same class as Kevin Feige, $36 million a year, documented, or at least $36 million documented by date via, you know, USC, cinematic, you know, you went to school pretty much. But I'm in the richest class in the United States of America. So, or you can say Jeff Bezos Princeton, you can say Elon Musk Tesla. Like I have an entertainment company, I do music, but you can see it, right? Like if you introduce it to this, the same class as what? Like tell him, he's in the same class as Mark Cuban. So you're like, what does he do? He does music, right? You say he's in the same class as Taylor Swift, NYU. You know, what is Isaiah doing? So, long story short, is an introduction. Do I need to say anything else for time's sake? It'll spread beautifully faster if you do this. Now, I'm acknowledging my perspective, so you can see my eyes. I see that this city is plagued by fake narratives. Oh, so about the Walmart. So a lot of people are going to make fun of people at Walmart or make fun of Walmart because it's not cool, right? It's not cool, right? It's not cool. Like some people just want kind of like just, you know, bachelor's degree at this school, like state school, like, you know, like Tally, you know. But that's not necessarily like, you know, Ivy, like Dartmouth, like real, you know, or like, you know, just whatever. So Walmart, people make fun of Walmart in Naples. I don't know why, you know, but if, you know, you can see that if you were the CEO of Walmart, I mean, you're making a lot of money, bro. So it's like if someone's like, I'm never going to do it because Walmart, that guy's making a lot of freaking money, and you break down the business. I mean, there's an auto shop in the one in Naples, Florida. Auto shop is one with a gas station in front. There's, they sell everything like, you know, hunting gear, everything like food, deli, everything, electronics. They sell phones in there, like everything, like kitchen items, clothes, like fashion stuff, belts, accessories, jewelry. Pretty much, I think, pretty much everything at that, you know, at Walmart. Cologne, they have a pharmacy, they have an eye shop. Yeah, and in some places they have like, you know, Pizza Hut or something, or Starbucks or something, or McDonald's, or Burger King or something. So yeah, I just want you guys to hear my perspective. So it looks like, unfortunately, you guys aren't going to be able to trust anything that's real. And they're going to explain this. So what I've acknowledged is that FBA is a safe place to be a sheep to, right? FBA is right when it comes to business because it's homemade doctrine, right? They're right when it comes to business. You can see it clear as daylight. They're not wrong. When it comes to anything like spiritual, that's a whole nother situation. We don't have to worry about that, but I would definitely encourage you guys to be a sheep with anything Isaiah is doing at FBA Academy. The only places I think that are going to be real in it is FBA, and I think FBA over St. John Newman, and what else? Yeah, I mean FBA. It's safe to say be a sheep to FBA. Yeah, real just means they're going to tell it to you straight. It's just real. Real just means handmade, homemade, made from scratch. Real, like I was telling people to tell people, the issue in the city is there's so much fake. Like real is homemade, like fake is McDonald's. So anytime a company, anytime someone is saying like, this is real, be like, oh, so it's homemade. Or when they say like McDonald's is saying it's a cheeseburger, right? Point down with your finger and just be like, or with your hand, like, you know, flat, and be like, they're claiming this is a real cheeseburger or a real steak or a real salad or a real, whatever it is, Philly cheesesteak or a pizza is a real pizza. They're claiming this is real pizza. So that's the issue. So when you see real, right, you can see that only a certain types of, I mean, Everest is probably like that. Everest is probably real. Sheep to Everest and FBA. But like, and maybe Royal Palm, but there's not a lot of places that are real, and you'll eventually see that, like, why is the diction like different? Just real. It's just real. Just think real is homemade. Like Isaiah's homemade. How do you know he's real? And he makes, because look, you go on my YouTube, let's look homemade. It's homemade. Like the narrative in music is homemade. Another thing is to know whether or not someone is, this is going to hurt their feelings in the music industry. The reason why my archive is special is because I made sure that when I said things that I know that a signed artist could. So what does this mean? You're going to be looking for certain things in your music that validate independence. So like, it's not just a whole bunch of like crazy talk or a whole bunch of nice with the do, nice. It's not one of those things. It's like, I said, it took me 10 plus years to get on. And just the logic in what I'm saying is like, I'm dropping stuff like, I did this by myself. I just did this, like, I did this on my own. Like, there's a reason why I'm doing this. Or like, I'm sleeping outside, right? There's a reason, not sleeping outside, but like, or like I slept in my car. There's a reason why I'm saying this stuff, like, and not just like traditional, like, because when an artist, like Logic, like, I know I'm kind of mumbling, but Logic with intro, like, that's me, and Desires, like, so, I'm like, it took me 10 plus years to get down. Like, how many people are saying that in their music? Like, and if you look at a signed artist, they're going to be like, put that in your music. And like, we can't necessarily put that on music because that's not necessarily true, but I flex like that. That's what I was like. If you're independent, you should say that you're going to win an award. Like, you should say it on your chest in certain songs. So that's what I did. So you will see that with my music. Like, you will see it. You'll just see it naturally. You'll see it or you'll hear it. And you also see, like, since he's independent, he can kind of make his music like better and louder. So I'm taking advantage of that. Hopefully that makes sense. But you'll just, wow, like he's really taking advantage of like being independent for real. Like, hopefully that makes sense. I'm kind of like some noise, but this should spread today. And this is also another predestined outcome with this kind of vlog or interview in real time. This is 2023. I don't have to say the month, but it's the last quarter of 2023. So again, one more time, in 6 years, there should be a whole bunch of buildings. For 2 years, I should have a whole staff full people in headquarters. Just have faith, right? I'm an American citizen. I made every single dollar. Have faith that I'm an American citizen with this stuff. But like Facebook, like Twitter. Remember Twitter, when they said off, it's unrealistic. Twitter is just like, it's a website, and then you just sign up, and then you just write on a wall. That's all Twitter is. And there's an office for it, or X it's called now. I have to, for sake of history, when it first came out, I say Twitter. When it comes to now, it's, I guess, X, But that's all it is. So when you're like, Isaiah has a product, it's like, raise your hand if you sell a product, raise your hand if you sell a CD, my hand's up for both those. Raise your hand if you have a business. My hand's up. Raise your hand if you own your business. My hand is still up. Raise your hand if you invented your business, and my hand is still up. So that's like a reality. So one more time, and then I own an entertainment company, so I'm credible. An entertainment company is very simple. I want to say this is like, you can say it's like, I'm like Robert Kirkman and Tony Moore. It's like I made The Walking Dead. There's songs like Mr. Grinch, dun 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 dun, and they become movies, right? So Pilkington Studios, Pilkington Entertainment, sound like Marvel. You see it. Hopefully you should be able to see everything, like contrast. But this is eventually going to be like Comcast. I'm gonna explain that. I know they're saying that right now at Woodburn. That's how self where I am. This is like Comcast, so it's like Stanley Steamer for my. It's like I'm an engineer. It's installation work, bro. So you get your license, and you could help people with work, bro. Like I already explained. I don't want to explain it over and over again, but I guess it's the reality where you make something. I invented a hi-fi audio file, and that's high fidelity. So that's a real thing I invented. It's like 30 frames, it's like 60 frames per second, 30 frames per second. It's like saying I made 70 frames per second. I made 20K. It's in the future where you can just buy something that could play it, or it's powered enough to play it. But I made a high quality audio file for your home theater and surround sound system. So that is something that I take pride in, and I'm going to be starting to practice of film. We'll practice of film, and then I can do installation of a personalized design home theater. Design meaning like if I make a film, we can install whatever. So it'll be like our service is that we install a home theater for our music. So it's like Geek Squad for Isaiah's business. They help you with computers, they help you fix stuff. So Comcast, they help you just basically unpackage something and they put it on your TV. So that's what we can do. I'm an engineer. They can help you with that. Peace out, your way.